जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन। जमुना तीर वनचारी। जमुना तीर वनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन। जमुना तीर वनचारी। जमुना तीर वनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन। जमुना तीर वनचारी। Chamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jayam Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajakaacharya Stuttar Sata Shishimat. His Divine Grace Srila Bhaicharana Arvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada Ki. ISKCON Deputy Founder Acharya Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jayam Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajakaacharya Stuttar Sata Shishimat. His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Prem se kaho Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gop Gopinath Shyam Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Ki Jai. Brajam Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Navdeep Mai Pradham Ki Jai. Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai. Ganga Mai Ki Jai. Jamuna Mai Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Tulsi Maharani Ki Jai. Samavita Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Oh, glorious to assembled devotees. Oh, glorious to assembled devotees. Oh, glorious to assembled devotees. Glorious to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. We are reading from Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter number 12, devotional service, and text number 8 and 9. Good. Then 9 also. Krishna is advising to Arjuna that contemplating on impersonal aspect of him is very difficult. Because we are person, and to contemplate on impersonal, which is beyond our experience, is completely ruled out. We cannot do that. But yet there are impersonalists. They negate by animosity. Unless and until they are envious, they cannot negate. Otherwise, it is for common understanding that we accept the personality of Godhead simply by intuition, or because we have been accustomed to understand persons. We have been accustomed, because person is a manifested form. Even there are so many trees and so many bushes, and they are also living entities, but they have their personality and existence in person. Person means individuality. To express the individuality is the ingrained understanding of a living entity. They are individuals. Nityo nityanam chetanas chetananam eko bahunam yo vidadati kaman. Just like we are individuals, Krishna is also individual. But he is the chief of all the individuals, from whom all the individuals come. All right? So, to understand individuality means to understand personality. An individual cannot become impersonal unless he is envious. Have we got that kind of experience in our life also? People do not speak to us because we have some differences. and they become oblivious to our individuality. Even though we are existing as individuals, they but ignore it. So, how much ignorance the impersonalist must be cultivating in reference to Lord Shri Krishna? Oh, who knows him? Even though the students of Bhagavad Gita, like Mahatma Gandhi, he said, I am doubtful whether Krishna was existing amongst us, walking, talking, 5,000 years back. He has doubts. So, the impersonalism is a very, very dangerous as far as our eternal relationships are concerned. We break the relationship. So we must have broken relationship with Lord Shri Krishna by ignoring him. But when we read Bhagavad Gita, Krishna wants to re-establish and pleading us in various ways. So after establishing to Arjun's query, oh my dear Lord Krishna, who is better, the one who worships you in your form, transcendental form, or one who contemplates on your impersonal aspect? And Krishna says, of course, it is those who are worshipping in my personal form, they are far better. So, impersonalism may be, at certain extent, at least accept the presence of the Almighty, whomever you may want to name it, they say. You can call by hundreds and thousands of names. He has. But avyakta. Avyakta means unmanifested impersonal form versus manifested form. These are the two main points in this particular chapter of 12, because bhakti can be only rendered by those who are having personal attachment, personal form. Impersonalists cannot become bhakta, however knowledgeable they may be and interpreting. And Krishna is so kind that, of course, if you accept by little faith, the faith has to grow. Ādau shraddha tato sadhu sangha atha bhajana kriya. Right? So in this way, bhakti can be promoted, and at last our target to know him as personal, face to face, can become possible. Only by bhaktyatu ananyaya shakya aham evam vidho arjun gyatum drashtum cha tattvena praveshtum cha parandapa. How many ways, Krishna can be realized? Only by undivided devotional service can I be known as I am, standing before you, Arjun. Not only that you will be knowing me in truth, but you will be able to see me in truth, and you will be interact with me in truth. That's the possibility. And it's not a wishful thinking, but it can be developed by pure devotional service. And impersonalism comes only when we become envious. And they are not accessible to the intricate ati guhyatamam jnanam. So in this chapter, Krishna is laying the grounds. Idam tu te guhyatamam pravakshyami anasuyave jnana vijnana sahitam yad gyatva mokshasheshabhat rajavidya rajaguhyam pavitram idam uttamam pratyaksha avagamam dharmyam susukam kartumavyam. I mean, these two verses are putting us in the qualifying status of bhakti. We cultivate faith on these two aspects only. And wishing that Lord Shri Krishna discloses his intimacy to me. But we have to be also coming in that much degree towards him by knowing perfectly, theoretically as well as practically. Jnana vijnana sahitam. So, Krishna is so kind because we have forgotten him from time immemorial. Only in this human form of life we get a chance to regain certain remembrances that in our previous lives, in any species of life, directly or indirectly, somehow or another, we might have committed some meritorious activities that might spring our bhakti in this life. It's a rare opportunity. But the idea is that somehow or another, the human goal of life is best directed in this 9th chapter. And one must be very careful to understand and implement it. So otherwise, bhakti, the seed, will not grow. The seed of devotional service is embedded deep down in our heart. Every living entity, because it's part and parcel of Krishna, that seed is there. But Guru has to come and pull out that seed on the surface where he can get enough oxygen and watering. Chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra is the watering to the seed of devotional service. And it will germinate. And it will take us to the desired goal of life, which is called go back home, back to Godhead. So, Krishna is telling, of course, one cannot jump into bhakti or pure devotional service. They may have so many weird ideas of entanglement in the material life. It is too difficult to come out from that and instill pure devotional service directly. Now, chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra is also direct worship, and by nature it is pure, so it can purify us. It may take time according to our desire. If we are serious, we follow all 4 regulative principles, become committed for this lifelong, that we may not make mistake again. Chanting 16 rounds minimum and following 4 regulative principles, they become our cardinal vow of intelligence, fixed intelligence. And if we are unable to do, then Krishna doesn't want to leave us just like that. The practice of pure devotional service under the bona fide spiritual master is Abhyasa Yoga. Abhyas means you observe and follow in the footsteps of the spiritual master. Then and then you'll be getting, it's not blind imitation, but the way our predecessor Acharya thought, they felt, and they acted. In 3 different ways, you can examine their lives and get inspired to follow in the footsteps. That is called Abhyasa Yoga. And if Abhyase api tu asamartho asi, if you think that you are unable to perform that study and then apply, then you do activities that is gearing towards me. Abhyase apya samartho asi mat karma parma bhava madartham api karmani kurvan siddhim avapsasi. If you cannot practice the regulative bhakti yoga process, then just try to work for me, because by working for me, you will come to the perfect stage. Karmanyavadhikaraste. Everybody has right to perform the activity. But mat parmo, the karma should be done for me. So it is not ordinary karma than what we are doing without, working for Krishna. That work is going to be binding us, and at the same time will put us into ignorance. So, intelligence is not there, how can we do the abhyas? It is difficulty. So, if you cannot practice the regulative or regulations of Bhakti Yoga, then just try to work for me, because by working for me, you will come to the perfect stage. Right? Prabhupada says in purport that one who is not able to even practice the regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga under the guidance of spiritual master can be withdrawn to this perfectional stage by working for the Supreme Lord. How do you do this? Work has already been explained in the 5th verse of 11th canto, 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. One should be sympathetic to the propagation of Krishna consciousness. And there are many devotees who are engaged in propagation of Krishna consciousness, and they require help. So, if one cannot directly practice the regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga, then he can try to help such work. Every endeavor requires land, capital, organization, and labor. Just as the business, one requires the place to stay, some capital to use, and some labor, and some organization to expand. So the same is required in the service of Krishna. Why do we need temple? To organize the preaching work. Because they are going to teach you how, because you cannot simply live for Lord Shri Krishna's sake. Mat karma is required to perform the activities that are pleasing to me. You need a place. It's we have to invest in the temple. We have to generate certain income as well as facilities, so we can perform all the activities that are being geared. So the temple is coming up for the welfare of the society and spiritual welfare of society, not any other welfare. All right? And because Krishna wants, then it becomes a bona fide institution. So here we see that we need to become sympathetic, means cordially inviting everybody, and try to become example in performance of devotional service so others can understand and start implementing. Rather than giving confusion in their mind. Na buddhivedam janayed jnanam karma sanginam but joshayet sarva karmani mukta sangam samacharet. Krishna is giving the technique for the preachers. You will become preacher once you know. And it says, na buddhivedam, they should not create a doubt of duality in the mind of those who are ignorant. Never create. Just be straightforward, and then by your practical example, you teach them how to do it. Those who are mukta sangi, means those who are on the path of liberation, they become the preachers. And they have to show them how to chant, how to meditate on the holy name, what to think while you are chanting, and with your determination, how to finish the rounds in early hours before the sunrise, because there will be a mode of goodness. And if you say, drag your chanting throughout the day, either you are in a passionate mood or ignorant mood. So that kind of chanting will not be worth it. May not be worth it. Only the chanting that helps you to invoke your sleeping soul and in rendering service to Lord Shri Krishna. That is more important. So Krishna always advises to those who are preachers, but those who are ignorant, and how to bring them in. This entire Krishna conscious movement is based on this, and Prabhupada has implemented this. He was so cordial to invite hippies to start chanting. By whatever the previous meritorious activities, they joined and chanted Hare Krishna without any cessation. Nobody argued even that why we do need to chant. Of course, some obnoxious personalities were there. I was secretary to my GBC in Northeast USA and Caribbean. So I used to go to Boston. In Boston, the daily activities will go, but exactly at 8 o'clock, there will be phone ringing, all right? And I would be there on the phone and says, he wouldn't speak anything, but he starts chanting, Mambo Jumbo, Mambo Jumbo, Mambo Jumbo. He doesn't want to listen to you. Then why did he call? He wants to impress upon his way of chanting is also effective. I said, your effect is going to make you crazy, yourself. We may not give that. Instead of chanting Hare Krishna, which is so meaningful, Mambo Jumbo is not a meaningful chanting. How could it be equated? And at last he got defeated. He says, oh my God, I tried to brainwash you Krishna devotees, but it's not easy. How could you brainwash the common people? They call it, at that time in the late 70s, there were charges on Hare Krishna on brainwashing. Kidnapping and brainwashing, so they do this kind of technique to pull out the young children if they have joined Hare Krishna. And lawsuit can be filed. There are so many weird situations were arising. But devotees remain completely confirmed in these instructions of Srila Prabhupada. We are not bluffers. We try to preach as it is, the way Krishna wants. So, the temple is a facility, it's not for social gathering. It is to glorify the Supreme Personality of Godhead who governs each and everyone's life. And we should be thankful that if we are leaning towards Him, He will be more pleased. Krishna is so kind that from time immemorial we have left His company to fall into the material world of Maya. And we have been dictated by Maya. We could not dictate our life. Even in human form of life, the ego is so much blown up that now I'm in control. And when we come to America, we think we are Lord and Master. But now, here also Maya is there, and she acts under stringent laws of binding. So, Krishna is very kind. From wherever you want to begin, you can begin, but begin. And He will give you alternative. So, if you cannot studiously understand and implement yourself, abhyase api asamarthosi, mat karma paramo bhava, madartham api karmani kurvan api siddhim avapsisi. So if you cannot practice the regulation of Bhakti Yoga, then just try to work for me, because by working for me, you will come to the perfect stage. Right? The only difference is that the materialism, one works for the sense gratification. The same work, however, can be performed for the satisfaction of Krishna, and that is spiritual activity. Work remains the same, but we come out from the center of the work, give us our false ego away, and put Krishna's demand is in the center fourth, and you will be able to transform Krishna-centered work from our centered work to Krishna-centered work. So that is called bhakti. If one has sufficient money, he can help building an office or temple for propagating Krishna consciousness, or he can help with the publications. There are various fields of activities, and one should be interested in such activities. If one cannot sacrifice the results of his activities, the same person can still sacrifice some percentage to propagate Krishna consciousness. This voluntary service is the cause of Krishna consciousness, will help one to rise to a higher state of love of God, whereupon one becomes perfect. So this was an alternative. Now, even if you are unable to do abhyasa yoga and you become asamartha, athadeva apyasakto shri kartum madyogamashrita sarma karma phalatyagam tatah kurum yatatmavan. If, however, you are unable to work for this consciousness of me, then try to act giving up all results of your work and try to be self-situated. Prabhupada says in purport that it may be that one is unable even to sympathize with the activities of Krishna consciousness because of social, familial, or religious considerations, or because of some other impediments. If one attracts himself to if one attaches himself directly to the activities of Krishna consciousness, there may be objections from the family members. Did anybody face some problems from the family when you start chanting and following four regulative principles? Raise your hands so people will know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Almost everybody faces, because we have carefully set aside Krishna consciousness, even though it was our inheritance, yet it was been carefully set aside. But now we understand, and our elders are also joining. That is the power of Krishna consciousness. It turns the table around, from materialism to spiritualism. So, if one attaches himself directly to the activities of Krishna consciousness, there may be objections from the family members and so many other difficulties. For one who has such problems, it is advised that he sacrifices the accumulated result of his activities to some good cause. Such procedures are described in the Vedic rules. There may be many descriptions of sacrifices and special functions of such full moon day, one must fast, or there is a special work in which the result of one's previous actions may be applied. Thus one may gradually become elevated to the state of knowledge. It is also found that when one who is not even interested in the activities of Krishna consciousness gives charity to some hospital or some other social institution, he gives up the hard-earned results of his activity. That is also recommended here, because by the practice of such giving up the fruits of one's activities, one is sure to purify the mind gradually, and in that purified stage of mind, one becomes able to understand Krishna consciousness. We visited so many devotees of various kinds of approaches, and yes, we have to be patient, and you will see transformations in their heart, So they see how Krishna consciousness is permeating the whole society. it is said that the holy name is like Chintamani. Just think of it, it manifests. So, anyone who touches the holy name through his tongue or ear, doesn't matter. He will be inoculated. He will be coming under the original state gradually to perfect the life. Of course, Krishna consciousness is not dependent on any other experience, because Krishna consciousness itself can purify one's mind, but if there are impediments to accepting Krishna consciousness, one may try to give up the results of his action. In that respect, social service, community service, national service, sacrifice for one's country, etc., may be accepted to that someday, or may come to the stage of pure devotional service to the Supreme Lord. In Bhagavad Gita, 18th chapter, 46th verse, we find it is stated, Yatah pravrittir bhutanam. If one decides to sacrifice for the supreme cause, even if he does not know that the supreme cause is Krishna, he will come gradually to understand that Krishna is the supreme cause by the sacrificial method. So, this is applied to everybody who are religiously inclined, regardless, they may be of any other denomination. It doesn't say, but piety is there. Of course, Kali Yuga is not going to spare the piety. It will also corrupt the piety. It is such a horrible age, and its influences is corrupting each and every medium. So we need to understand the potency and the potential who must have done some meritorious activities, and they become attracted. So, even though you may not be fully Krishna conscious, but indeed Krishna appreciates whatever we have been doing so far, but he is also, on the other hand, desires to rise above this platform of simple piety. Generally, it is called foolish piety, because it is not end in everything. Human capacity is unlimited through the help of divine holy name. You can enter into so many activities which are benevolent for everyone. So, Krishna should remain as the chief benefactor, and he should be also reciprocating with our being beneficiaries to him. So in this way, we re-established our Sanatan Dharma, because we do not know. We may call we are Sanatan Dharma, but we cannot explain, we do not know. We have forgotten from the time immemorial. It's not that Muslims came us and invaded us and we forgot. No. They were threatening us. No. No, it's the age of Kali's influence which is ruling by the mode of ignorance. If Kali is pushing us into mode of ignorance, and we inflate it by imposing mode of passion over and above, so there is a conflict. We may get some temporary results overriding of mode of passion onto ignorance by, say, cultivating material knowledge, right? And then we try to say, yes, okay, if we have something, then we will be able to reciprocate with our religious activities at some extent. But what is the ultimate benefit? We do not know. We are working with a petty benefit or immediate targets of our benefit. That is called prayer. Prayer means immediate benefit that may be short-lived. They are called pious activities. They are called pious activities. And pious activities are performed by those who are remaining in certain mode of goodness, rising above the mode of passion. All right? So, but if you want the ultimate welfare and the best advantage of the human form of life, then you should not be targeting on a temporary, immediate material benefits. They have been described. For temporary, immediate, petty benefits, you can approach the demigods. But when you approach the Supreme Personality of Godhead, it cannot be a short-term effort to get a short-term result. No. Antavantu phalam tesham tad bhavatyam alpamedasam. If we are acting on the basis of an immediate benefit, petty benefit, called prayer. Prayer means short-term, immediate benefit. That is not the inquisitiveness worth. Real inquisitiveness is jigyasu. When we hear the class, we are all jigyasus. Tasmad gurum prapadyeta jigyasu sreya uttamam. Sreya means eternal benefit. And prayer means immediate short-term benefit. If you are intelligent, why do I need only little? Why don't I get the full experience of the reality? So, for them it is necessary to approach Guru. Tasmad gurum prapadyeta jigyasu sreya uttamam. Sreya uttamam. The eternal benefit which is the topmost in the category. And such a guru should be Shastra Parichanishnatam Brahmani Samupashrayam. This is the verdict of the Shastras, so the guru must be acquainted with this most confidential result of ultimate benefit. So Krishna consciousness movement was established by Srila Prabhupada for ultimate benefit, not short-term benefits. So therefore we request everybody to become serious, thoughtful, intelligent, and use your brain. So Krishna will be easily available through the system he is establishing. So in this way, we say that even if we are capable or not capable, Krishna does not mind to surrender directly. At the same time, he knows the limits, because our attachment to the matter from time immemorial has prevented us to soul surrender to Krishna. No. So partially we do, okay Krishna, let's be good friends and I'll manage you, you manage me. That's the kind of, interaction we try to carry on. But at the same time, if you become deeply involved in establishing relationship in reality, because Krishna is a transcendental form, you must know what is this transcendence means. Divya. Transcendental means divya. And in our life, there is no divinity. Eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. Occasionally we become religious. When the weekend comes, we become religious. And the whole weekdays we struggle around in the house and job. So anyway, but that is the beginning, but it starts invoking this particular inquisitiveness. So if we are really jigyasu for ultimate Shreya Uttamam, the most beneficial, then we must approach a bona fide guru. You do not need guru for your petty benefits. That's the street gurus are there. In the form of Brahman, they will come to get some donation in your, but they will not impart you anything. So, unless and until we are inquisitive about our ultimate welfare, then and then we have to approach Guru. Otherwise, don't bother Guru. Srila Prabhupada created a legacy of Guru-disciple relationship where such responsibility, a mutual responsibility in qualification has been established. So, this is a great science. Everybody has little seed of bhakti in their heart because they are part and parcel of Krishna, and Krishna never forgets. Krishna never forgets. We may forget, but our Supreme Father never forgets. So in this way, Krishna consciousness plays very important role in the lives of the living entities who are really inquisitive of their ultimate welfare. Inquisitiveness for little benefit is not really inquisitiveness. You can pay money and you get it easily. It doesn't require, so that is called mercantile business. But with Guru, there is no mercantile business. No mercantile business. Because you need ultimate benefit, then and then you need Guru. So in this way, to make our lives perfect, Krishna has afforded the chance for us to progress. And only intelligent people will come. Those who have no intelligence in discerning what is beneficial for them and what is not beneficial for them, then if they are not discriminatory in their own ultimate welfare, then it becomes little hard for them to understand. But it is so easy for easily accepting the norms of bhakti, and we must take up. So tell me, please, how many of you are chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and follow 4 regulative principles? Raise your hands. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. Good. And rest are pious, right? At least piety is there, that's why you are here. You are going to take some Krishna Prasad, that is the mercy, because of your piety. You are listening with, and you are candidly, accepting. But be intelligent for your own ultimate welfare. Here is the chance, and revive that lost Krishna consciousness, because consciousness is provided by Krishna, and it is his consciousness that we have to accept, not our consciousness. We misuse the consciousness. We abuse the consciousness. It's a divine energy. Consciousness is a divine energy. It is not manufactured in a laboratory and given to us. Neither mother is responsible, neither father is responsible to give us consciousness. No. They are instruments to convey consciousness of Lord Shri Krishna. So, consciousness originates from Lord Shri Krishna. So we must know what is his consciousness. And he is willingly telling in Bhagavad Gita without any force. So any wise person can understand this, that he is calling out of love. So consciousness is actually equivalent to the love of Godhead, if it is totally Krishna consciousness. But in our consciousness, it was nothing but lust, and there we get baffled. Our consciousness is a lusty consciousness. And lust doesn't stay for a long time. It immediately transforms into wrath. Kama esha krodha esha rajoguna samudbhava mahashano mahapapma nityavairanam. It is our eternal enemy. And how long? All the age up to the last breath we carry on? It doesn't make any sense. Krishna is so kind to give us time limits. First 25 years, okay, study. In Kali Yuga, you want to study spiritual. It is still left out curriculum in your life. And you may think, oh, we will do later on. But let's have the material curriculum. So 25 years you are wasting. The next 25 years in Arthakam. And that is also our polluted consciousness is being used. Not Krishna consciousness. So there goes 50 years, another 25. Now you are told, okay, Panchashanat Manam Gachet, after 55 years you retire. Then? A lot of attachments are there. Even though you are dysfunctional, or gave up job, or retired, or whatever the cause may, but attachments are carried on. And how long they have to be carried on? Till your last breath. So then what is the function in the old age? Cultivate the knowledge, but it is too late, Baba. My mind is already corrupted with so much material bombardment that I cannot think straight. I need only newspaper or TV to keep up myself in line with how the material world goes. But you are spiritual. When is the time you will devote after your real selfishness? Real selfishness. Na te viduhu swartha gatim hi Vishnu. Swa artha is selfishness. Gatim means that destination. The ultimate swartha gati, if you do not know, that is Krishna. So durashayaya bahirartha manina. Durashaya. Dur means further, extending. Ashaya means the desires. Bahirarthamanina, in the material world, away from Krishna. And the whole society is like that. You think you are not alone. We agree, yes, you are not alone, but the whole society is like that. And they direct and you follow. However, Trump is going to dictate, then we have to comply, right? Because he's the president. Whether it is in favor of Priya or Shreya, doesn't care. For short-term benefit or long-term benefit. He wants to kick everybody out, okay. Probably he wants to compensate the losses and the government spending, whatever the cause may be, but is he called a well-wisher? Just like Krishna? No. And we are always aggravated by material tribulations of ups and downs of economy, and then we also go up and down. Our psyche is going up and down, and we reflect that our situation in the society all up and down. No. So, seeing this situation in the material world, it is not wise to waste time. Rather, take up Krishna consciousness wholeheartedly, without any enmity with Lord Shri Krishna. Is that okay? Do you have a lot of questions? I was told to give you 10 minutes. Yeah. You are really a social worker. And for the benefit, you are asking everybody.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, you were mentioning about Bhagavad Gita sloka number 18.46, where it says, if one decides to sacrifice for the supreme cause, even if he does not know that the supreme cause is Krishna, he will come gradually to understand that Krishna is the supreme cause by the sacrificial method. So, can you explain something about this, Prabhuji? How to understand this, or how to interpret that whatever we do, even without knowing that it is the supreme cause? What exactly is the supreme cause?
The moh caused by your ignorance. Arjun came to his senses at the end of Bhagavad Gita, Nasto moham smritir labdva. But right now, it's our situation is on. Our moha is continued, and smriti is not there. Neither we are constantly practicing that Krishna is really helping us to regain our smriti. So the fact is that we forgot him because we became attached with our own individual selfish desire to lord it over against Krishna's desire. There is a difference. Ichcha dvesha samattena dvanda mohena bharata sarva bhutani sammoham. Sammoham means sum total of all the allurements, attachments. Sum total. Sammoham. And if you have some moha, smriti bramshad, smriti will be lost. Smriti bramshad buddhinasho. And buddhinashat pranashyati. When the intelligence, which is discriminating fact, if it is lost, you are lost. Pranashyati means you are gone. So, understand that how do you get the smriti back? Not on your own. And Krishna is therefore sitting in everyone's heart to remind you, make you remember, get your smriti back. Ishvara sarva bhutanam raddeshu arjuna tishtati brahmayan sarva bhutani chantrarudhani maya. But he says, yes, I am sitting in everyone's heart. But because you forgot me, you have to get on the spinning wheel of Maya and go round and round and round and round. But he says, Tesham satatayuktanam bhajatam pritipurvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mamupayantite. So, Krishna says, I will give you sufficient intelligence But you have to be conscious of me and practice, abhyas, do something, okay, live for me, work hard for me. But as long as the enviousness is continued, we became failure. So, Sarveshu Vedeshu, in all the Vedic literature, Krishna is reminding that we have forgotten him, and that's why material life has been imposed upon him, upon us, and we have to revive. So the Smriti can come. How does the Smriti comes? Mattah smritir gnana pahanam cha. Through me, the remembrance, realization, and even forgetfulness comes. You desire, you get it. I will give you. Oh, you want to forget me? You cannot forget me on your own. I will make you forget. Be my guest, forget me. We'll see who wins. You win or I win. Krishna will challenge that. But we are so careless to listen to him, we do not want to practice. Ultimately, we have to take shelter, even to get smriti, a remembrance back. So, wherever you go or wherever you try to deal with even a problem, Krishna should remain in the center to respond to you. You cannot forget on your own. Somebody will help you to forget, and that is Krishna. Because you desire it, you ask for it, you got it. Then you can't complain. In other way, if you ask in favor of Krishna, Krishna will give you that too. Yena mamupayanti te, by which you will come to me. Any other question?
Hare Krishna Maharaj, I have a related question on that, Maharaj. Maharaj, if somebody is fighting in a war for a particular country and they may not agree with the intent of the war, but because of it's their duty, they have to fight the war. So they are making a sacrifice. Will that sacrifice eventually lead them to sacrificing for the supreme cause, which is Krishna?
That's okay. He joined the war because he was a passionate nature, Rajogun, all right? And if that becomes his profession or earning even, by putting his life at risk in fighting the war, and the war is not conducted by Krishna, but Kali's agents, the nation. So, but regardless, if he is a student of Bhagavad Gita, during Iraq-United States war, there were many devotees who were distributing Bhagavad Gita on the battlefield. And after the war, they happened to survive, and they were reaching out everywhere. They came to United States also. So the devotees are especially understand that, yes, it's an occupation. So any occupation, if you cannot devote on his own cause, then whatever the result of the occupation, offer it to him. That's also at least some kind of devotional service. But devotees as such, they do not engage in warfare. When we came to United States in 1971, there was drafting system was going on. And Vietnam War was not over. So, any new immigrant comes, they have to register in the draft board. And we denied. I went to Ramapad Maharaj. He was our secretary during that time in New York. Gave me a letter. We are devotees of Krishna, and if Krishna desires, then we can take arms in your hand. Otherwise, we are not. So we were exempted. No drafting for us. But that's the situation. Where is the religious war? Is Islam fighting as a religious war? No. When they cannot win, they make it religious because they know they have to sacrifice. They are not afraid of sacrifice because they will get 72 nuras in the heaven. You know that. Nura means wives. 72. And Baba, one or five, it is extremely difficult to keep in the house. And that talaq was so much prevalent that you do not have to do anything except tell your wife 3 times, talaq, 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 and you are gone. And if he is fighting for, say, Islam khatre mein hai, then what happens? Oh, we will get 72 nuras. Don't worry. And these are not religious wars. If it is religious war, why one denomination of Islam fighting with another? Why what you call Christian, the Protestant fighting with Catholics? They do protest, that's why they are calling Protestant, right? But they fight. Hindus fight with Islam, Christianity, everyone, even Chinese, no religion. But that is for the bodily conception of life, which is not congenial. We have to fight with our own mind because they are also opposing us, our desires. At a critical time, even the big learned pundits can also become confused what to do and what not to do. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Kim karma, kim karmeti, kavyo pyatra mohita. So, like that. Okay, 1 minute more.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you so much for the wonderful class and helping us to practically learn from the Bhagavad Gita. Let's give a huge round of applause for Maharaj for the wonderful class here. His Holiness Vedavyasa Priya Swami Maharaj has been practicing and teaching and sharing Krishna consciousness for over 50 years in so many countries that I cannot begin to list. Every time I speak to Maharaj, I discover there was a new country that I didn't know Maharaj had gone to. Maharaj has helped establish temples and inspire congregational members all the way from Fiji to Florida. All around the world, Maharaj has established multiple temples in Fiji, Thailand, India, in US, including being very instrumental in bringing the first Srinathji deity ever to North America, which is today worshipped in New Vrindavan. So it is the intense dedication and sacrifice of Vaishnavas like His Holiness Vedavyasa Priya Maharaj make it possible for us today, sitting here in Round Rock, Texas, which is literally the middle of nowhere, in the world to be able to soak in the mercy of Shri Shri Radha Kunj Bihari. So let us loudly chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra to express our gratitude to His Holiness Vedavyasa Maharaj, who's given us so much of his time and his inspiration for the last week and for many, many years here at this temple. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. The next part of the program is Aarti. We request you to please rise, and if you can help us by taking the cushions that you're being seated on to the corner, to left and right corner respectively, and we will get started with Kirtan. Hare Krishna.
Namaha Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Dishatari Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Priya Dvaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Jai Radha Kunj Bihari, Radha Kunj Bihari, Radhe.
Jaya Radha Kunj Bihari, Radha Kunj Bihari, Radhe.
Jai Radha Kunj Bihari, Radha Kunj Bihari, Radhe.
Radha Kunj Bihari, Radha Kunj Bihari, Radhe.
Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath, Jai Baladev, Jai Subhadra.
Jaya
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol,
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol,
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, 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 Nitai Gaura Hari Bol,
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Jaya Vishwabad Paramahamsa Parivrajagacharya Stottar Sata Shishimad. His Divine Grace Srila Vaicharana Arvind Bhaktivedanta Swami Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki. ISKCON Committee Founder Acharya Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki. Jaya Vishwabad Paramahamsa Parivrajagacharya Stottar Sata Shishimad. His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj Srila Prabhupada ki. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai. प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। शेष राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। ब्रजमणि वृंदावन धाम की जय। नवदीप मायापुर धाम की जय। जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। गंगा माई की जय। जमुना माई की जय। भक्ति देवी की जय। तुलसी महारानी की जय। बोलो श्री श्री राधा कुंज बिहारी की जय। जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा माई की जय। निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे। All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. Glories to Sri Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Pralhada Laga Daine. Pralhada Laga Daine. Shilatan Khana Khalaye. Shilatan Khana Khalaye. Ito Nasimho Parato Nasimho. Ito Nasimho Parato Nasimho. Jato yato yami tato Nasimho. Jato yato yami tato Nasimho. Ahe Nasimho Hridaya Nasimho. Ahe Nasimho Hridaya Nasimho. करकमलवरे नखं अद्भुतसिंहं दलिता हिरण्यकशिपो तनुभृङ्गं केशवद्रिका नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे Nrsimha Bhagavan